All right, TrikePatrol fans and MILF Trip fans, we have a special guest with us here today, here in beautiful Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada. Carmen Valentina. What's up, Carmen?
Hi, how are you? I'm doing good. I'm glad to be here.
Well, I'm doing great. I mean, it's a pleasure to meet you in person and finally talk to you. So thank you for taking time out of your day to spend it with TrikePatrol and MILF Trip. So how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. We just filmed the food portion, so that was delicious.
So
You guys
overall,
will
what's
watch
your
that
thoughts of Filipino food? Did you like it?
I loved half of it. The other, I'm a texture person, so all the flavorings were amazing, like the spices and stuff. Just certain cuts of meat, I'm not the biggest fan because I didn't like the texture of it. But other than that, it was all good, like really good.
All right, so I'll take that as a win. So since we're here in Sin City, how long have you been here in Vegas?
I actually grew up in Vegas. I lived here since I was like an itty bitty baby. I went to high school, community college, and then later I transferred colleges to Florida. And then I lived there for like a good decade after college and stuff. And then I moved back recently, so yeah.
Keep doing that. I'm just going to change the focus a little bit.
Okay.
My focus be from the boobs to the top of the head. Okay, and action.
So that's pretty interesting. I mean, I would think that most talents out here in Vegas probably moved out here from LA or wherever in the world or here in the US. So how much do you love Vegas?
I love Vegas because it's like the middle. My tongue's all. It's like I love Vegas because it's in the middle of everything. So you're like only 4 hours drive from LA or like a half-hour plane ride. Then you're only 4 hours to Sedona or like another half-hour plane ride. And then you're 2 hours from Zion National Park. And then it's just in the middle, and you're in the valley, so you have like Lake Mead if you want water, and then you have like the Mount Charleston area and Lee Canyon if you want the mountains and stuff to get away from the heat. So you have water, you have the mountains, you have sex and gambling and alcohol all in the middle of the valley. It's like you're never bored and there's always something to do, but it's not for everyone. But if you have addictive personality, I would not live here. But if you're not addictive personality, it is an amazing place to be.
I totally agree with everything you said. But like you said, you know, I just recently came in from LAX, and it was like a 1 hour from takeoff to landing, so it's really close to Los Angeles. I've flown here before from the Bay Area, which is again like another hour total airtime or whatever flight. So do you ever visit the Strip much? I know we're here currently at the Strip here at the Link. I'm sorry if I'm booking all these models. I know locals don't really like coming to the Strip. Is that true?
It's true. Locals only come here. It's like when you live in Florida or at the beach, you only go to the beach every once in a while. Like when I was in Florida, I never went to the beach. It was the weirdest thing. I don't like the Florida beaches anyways, but besides the point, when you live somewhere, you never go there. It's like here, you only go on special occasions. So if it's like someone's birthday, a holiday, anniversary, you just want to eat somewhere nice and hang out, that's pretty much the only time you come on the Strip, unless you work on the Strip. I'll film some porn scenes in some of the casinos here, but paying for parking sucks. And then all the traffic just sucks. If you don't have to do it, you just rather stay on your side of town. Yeah.
So yeah, thanks for sharing that. You actually grew up here in Vegas and you're a true Vegas local. So what are some things that you like to do away from the Strip and like in the real parts of Vegas?
I really like going to Chinatown. They have really good food there, and there's like always so much to do and walk around, like different shops and stuff. I like Mount Charleston. I love going on hikes up there, especially to get away from the heat, or like during the winter to go like tubing or like sledding, because I tried doing skiing and snowboarding once, and I was really horrible at it. So I'm more of a let me sit on my butt and go down the snow type person. And then jet skiing, I love doing that. Sometimes we'll get some friends together and like we'll drive down to the Colorado River. That's like on the border of Nevada and Arizona, and then just rent some jet skis off the Arizona side, and that's really fun. Other than that, I'll just stay at home all day and Netflix and binge or something. And then film customs and stuff for my own sites. And yeah, I'm pretty laid back. I'm not like someone everyone's like, oh, you're a porn star, you must have a really wild life. I'm like, no, I'm like an old lady at home. I just want to stay and like cuddle with my cats. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that. You enjoyed Chinatown.
Yeah.
So it's pretty interesting because so on a recent podcast episode that I did about Vegas, it's like so I wanted to get away from the Strip because it's so goddamn expensive here on the Strip, you know. So I finally went to Chinatown and we found this Korean barbecue place that was all you can eat. It was like $30 a head. But yeah, if you want to save some money, get the fuck away from the Strip, right?
Yeah, the Strip's only for special occasions.
Exactly.
And then if you're like every day you're just craving some good food, stay off of. There's Vegas, the good thing about Vegas, there's so many mom and pop shops and restaurants that the food sometimes is better than what you would get on the Strip because I don't know, there's just so much you get that really good home cooked type of meal and it's not like when I lived in Florida, it was like franchise fucking city, like so many franchises of like Applebee's and chili. You're like, oh, this is so boring. Florida has a lot of boring food. Depending on where you are, not Miami. Miami has a lot of good like Cuban food, but a majority of Florida is like just franchises after franchises. It's like you don't have as many mom and pop restaurants as Vegas. Like Vegas, I love it. I'm just like I'm a fatty. I want to eat everything, and then I go to Florida and I'm like, it's hard to find any good mom and pop restaurants there that are like good and you want to eat it and that are affordable and everything. So here I have a lot of fun. You have like so much variety of food too.
Yeah, I totally agree. I've mentioned in recent podcast episodes that I want to say Las Vegas, in my opinion, a lot of people are going to argue, but Las Vegas is the culinary capital of the United States. I mean, many people are going to be pissed off when I say that, but I mean, if we're talking about high quality cuisine, we got Chef Ramsay, we got all these big chef names here on the Strip, but at the same time, like you said, we have these mom and pops restaurants, so you have a little bit of everything, you know. So in my opinion, Las Vegas, if you want good food and a variety of good food, Las Vegas is the place to go.
Yeah, it's such a wide range and it's not like all franchise. So it's like Keith Lee lives here and so he's always doing different restaurants and showing everyone that there's way more places to go besides the Strip, like in Vegas. And the food's amazing. It's like food heaven here. Like when I go out anywhere else in the city because I travel a lot, I sometimes get depressed. So I'm not in Vegas because I'm like, I'm craving something. And then it's like, oh, all they got is a Denny's or a KFC. Like, yay.
I like KFC once in a while, though.
Yeah, but I'd rather have Vegas, like mom and pop food than, you know, somewhere, yeah.
I had KFC the other night. It was fucking mediocre. I got home and I was like,
they got rid of their potato wedges. Who does that? I went like
nobody else did those potato wedges like KFC.
Yeah, I went to KFC and I always loved their potato wedges. That was like my favorite thing to eat besides the chicken. And then I'm like, oh yeah, and then like, oh, we don't sell those anymore. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You don't sell them anymore. They sell shitty fucking fries.
Carmen Valentina rant on.
Oh, those potato wedges were fucking amazing.
Bring them back, motherfucker.
I don't know why they would get whoever the CEO's decision on that was a fucking idiot. After that, I refused to ever go to KFC.
Carmen Valentina hates KFC.
I'm boycotting KFC until I fucking get those potato wedges back.
The CEO is listening.
Fuck KFC. Bring back potato wedges.
Potato wedges.
Alright,
You can put that. That's hilarious.
I was going to record you. Fuck yeah. This is classic.
Okay.
Are we on? Are we live?
Oh yeah, we're
It's still recording.
Alright, so we talked about food, about how great food here is in Vegas. Now, let's talk about yourself, Carmen.
Okay.
So, what are some interesting hobbies that you have that your fans may not know about?
I think they do know about my hobbies because I always post it. Because I like oil painting, so I always like post sometimes once in a blue moon my oil painting on there. I could probably show you. I'll send you pictures and you can link it in the video. But I like painting. I pretty much went to college for illustration, so... And then porn paid more, so I stuck to porn. And I still like porn. So I do painting on the side. I could probably make money on it. People are like, I want to buy your paintings. I'm like, no, you can buy a print. Because then when people want to buy your paintings, I'm like, you're taking the fun out of it, and then it's not a hobby anymore. So like, oh, make us a custom. I'm like, no, it's either what I paint and you buy it, or shut the fuck up. And I don't do customs, because I used to do that when I was like younger, where people like, draw me this, and then they start getting picky, like, no, I wanted this, I want this. I'm like, no, you're taking the fun out of it. I don't want to do this. So I just create whatever I want, and if people are interested, I don't like selling the originals. I'll like make a print of it, and then they can have the print. So yeah. Other than that, I did play guitar in high school, so every now and then I'll bust out the guitar to like start playing again, so I don't like lose the skills of like reading music and stuff.
What kind of guitar are we talking about? Acoustic?
Classical guitar. I played a nylon string. I went to like it wasn't like a fancy school. It was more like, you ever see the TV show Glee?
Glee.
It was like Glee on steroids type school. It's like visual and performing arts, like magnet school. So I went there for art, and then I took guitar. Well, I was supposed to take Russian like my freshman year, but they canceled the class because only 4 kids took it. So I was like, fuck it. Fuck taking a foreign language. I wanted to take that because my mom was Bulgarian, and that would have been really easy transition to learn Russian because we're both Slavic. So I was like, okay, I'll take piano. And so, because my mom forced me to play violin in middle school, and I fucking hated violin. Because she said, I never got to play violin because your grandmother forced me to play accordion. And I'm like, you're doing the same thing. But to me. So I'm like, whatever. So I took piano, and it was fun. It was kind of bored of piano. It wasn't as fun. And so then they offered like a new program guitar. I was just starting. So I was like, oh, I'll take beginning guitar. And then I really liked it. And then I double majored in it with art. And then by the time I got to my senior year, I was already in varsity guitar because I just liked it so much that I would practice like every morning in the classroom and stuff. Because once I focus on something I really like, I just like keep doing it until I'm like perfect at it. It's like hyper focus. But like some of the kids in class were mad at me because they're like, how did she's only been playing 2 years and she's already in varsity, and they've been playing for like 7-8 years. I'm like, I fucking practice. It's not that fucking hard. I fucking practice every day. So, other than that, I haven't practiced in a few years, so I probably should bust out my guitar because I need to like keep those skills up. And then, yeah, those are like my 2 hobbies. Yeah.
Well, hopefully next time I'm in Vegas, Carmen, hopefully you can bust it out. And
I get shy if I play by myself. If I played with a whole like orchestra of like guitarists, but when I'm by myself, I'm like, oh, I'm kind of shy now, but. You know what's crazy? So I got like an email from like, I guess one of the people I went to class with in my varsity guitar class has a crush on me because I get this really strange email on my, when I'm checking my email, I'm like, who the fuck is this? I'm like, your secret admirer from LVA, because it's Las Vegas Academy. You were blah blah in my guitar class. I'm like, who the fuck is this? And like, did you figure out who I was? And they're like, I know, and they still won't tell me. And it's like, I checked out the number, and I'm like, I can't. It's like a fake Google number. And then the email, I can't fucking find the email worth shit on any social media. It's like a dummy email. And then they're like giving me little clues, and I still don't know who the fuck it is because my class was predominantly boys. Like there was only like 5 girls, and there was like 25 guys in the class, and I'm like, who the fuck is this? So I'm like, I didn't talk to anyone really except for maybe like 2 people in that class. And so one of them, I don't know, it can't be him because then I had like a little crush on this one guy in high school, and I asked him to the Sadie Hawkins dance, but I was more like nerdy and gothic-y like back then, like in my emo phase. And so I asked him to Sadie Hawkins like dance, which is where the girls ask the guys, and he said no. So I was all like butthurt about that. I'm like, okay, and then I just never asked anyone again. And then another guy, I went to prom with him, but he's married now, so I know it's not him. And so it's not him. I fucked him. I was the second girl that fucked him, but he wouldn't do that. That's not him.
There's 2 of us over here nodding our head.
And then another one.
Don't mean shit sometimes.
Then another guy's like, he has a girlfriend, but he told me he wants to fuck me. But then
totally him.
But he wants to have a threesome with him and his long-term girlfriend, but he's not sure how she would feel. I'm like, I don't care. But I asked him straight up. He's like, no, that's not me. I don't know who it is. I would just tell you straight up. I'm like, if he's going to admit to me he wants to have a threesome with his wife with me, obviously, why would he lie about the emails? So I'm like, I don't know who it is. So I'm like, I need to go through my yearbook and just like message every single person. But yeah. That's with my guitar class situation right now. I kind of want to go to my reunion to see.
I'm sure you'd be the star of the show. I mean, Carmen Valentina at the reunion. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I just
want.
But most of the guys were like a year younger than me because it was only like 4 or 5 that graduated in my class, and then the rest were like juniors when I was a senior. So I'm like, I don't know who it is.
I like how you're shy playing the fucking guitar, but you fuck for a living.
It's different. It's different in my head. It's different.
Yeah,
it's different.
You don't play an instrument.
I'd rather play the guitar in front of 1,000 people rather than take. Well, I wouldn't take a dick in my mouth.
I would take a dick in my mouth before I play in front of other people. That's just me. I would take a dick in my mouth.
Words of wisdom right now.
Are we cut right now?
No, we're so long.
Oh shit.
But
exactly, yeah, man. So
I don't know. I feel more confident butt naked fucking than I would playing. I don't know. I feel like you have to. It's more technical skill while playing. With this porn, you just enjoy yourself. There's not much technical skill in porn, except with blowjobs. I'm amazing at blowjobs, but
are you? There you go.
Yes.
So we talked about Vegas, Carmen,
Mm-hmm.
and you shared a lot about Vegas, and it's very interesting that you share that you're an actual Vegas local, which many porn stars, talents out here in LA, I'm sorry, not LA, in Vegas, are not actual locals. So let's talk a little bit about Vegas. So I know that the Raiders have recently moved over here to Vegas, which, to be honest, I've been a Raiders fan all my life.
Well, you're from Oakland, right?
I'm from the Bay Area originally.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
So I don't like Raiders because I don't like
Really?
their team colors. I don't like their logo and colors. I'm like, it's so boring, just black and white. But I'm like an art person, so I'm just like, I don't like that logo. I don't know if I'm a big fan. I'm weird like
well,
that.
So you like Raiders, like what's your football team?
I don't think I have one.
So you're not a football fan?
Well, me and my friend years ago did this Team BJ event where we're like...
I bet you're a Patriots fan.
No!
Like Tom
we
Brady.
picked the Patriots because we thought they had the biggest chance of winning, so we'd be able to do
They
Team
dominated
BJ.
for many years, yeah.
Yeah, and then some people think I'm just a huge Patriots fan, but in reality, we just picked them because they were most likely to win, so we could do BJs for all our fans.
So what was the bet? Like, if
the Patriots won, anyone who followed us on Twitter, we'd give them a free BJ.
No fucking way. Where was I? What year was this? I would have loved a free blowjob from miltrip.com.
I forgot what year. I think it was 2017.
Okay. 17. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was it? I can't remember. Anyway, so you had to follow us, and then the Patriots had to win. We picked like 4 teams, and they won. And then they had to show up here, actually in Vegas, at the Deja Vu Erotic Museum, because we're not going to go all around the fucking U.S. to get blowjobs. I'm like,
fucking blowjob.
I don't got that much money on plane. I'm not going to, like, that's a lot of money on plane tickets and shit. I'm like, no. Y'all come to us, and then we made them sure that they get tested. So they all had to be, like, STD tested, current within 14 days. Actually, I think we made it like a week for them. So they had 1 week, so it'd be fresh. Because, some guys are like, I'm STD free. I'm going to fuck all the bitches I want bareback. I'm like, no. Let's prevent that. They can fuck the girls after we give them blowjobs. And so we did it at the Deja Vu Erotic Museum here in Vegas. They actually lent us their location, which was amazing. And only about 36 guys showed up. And we gave them like a few months to like prepare and like get all their budget and financing.
How many blowjobs did you give, Carmen?
We split it in half. So 36 would be 18. So about 18. And we give them all like 5 to 10 minutes. And then if they didn't come within 5 minutes, they had to go to the back of the line. And so then, or they just quit because some of them, they got like camera shy. But majority of guys were able to come. I was like, good job. Good fucking job. And so I was afraid. But I think they got the confidence from the other men who were naked with their dicks out. So then they see the other guys and like, I can do it too, just like him. And then they all get like all of them became friends, and we saw a lot of them later that night at the Deja Vu strip club because we did like a little feature dance performance at the end of it. But the funny thing is with the Team DJ thing. one guy wrote to our webmaster because he was handling all the info, and he expected us to come over to wherever the fuck he lived in the Midwest because he was like in a wheelchair or something. And then he said, since we told him like, no, you have to come to the location. He's like, well, if you don't come, I'm gonna contact American Disability.
Oh God.
He was gonna contact them and say we were discriminating against him because it was a disability. I'm like, I don't know how that would work because you're trying to get a blowjob.
Yeah, we do respect the fact that.
But like, we'll give you a blowjob. You just have to show up to Vegas. Like, you can still ride a plane being in a wheelchair. I've seen it all the time. But he was trying to be like, I'm gonna sue you if you don't fly over here and come to my house and give me a blowjob.
Give me some fucking.
And I'm gonna contact the American Disability, Americans. What is it? I can't think right now.
I'm sure there's some kind of fucking association.
Yeah, the Association for Americans with Disabilities, and he was saying he was going to contact them to try to get them to sue us for not giving him a blowjob. So that was interesting. I thought that was kind of hilarious. I'm like, we'll suck your dick. Yeah, just come over. We'll suck it. We don't want to pay for plane tickets because if we do it for you, everyone else is going to expect us to go all over the U.S. to suck their dick in their house. And second of all, I don't know if you're lying about it or you're like a serial killer. We're not going to go in your house. Come on. And then it had to be on film. So
he probably lives with his fucking parents. In the fucking basement. I mean, it's going to be awkward. He's showing up. Oh, Mr. and Mr. Johnson, I'm here to suck your fucking disabled fucking son's dick. I mean, that might be a little fucking, I don't know. Should we cut that?
But I don't know. But, he could be lying for all we fucking know. I don't know what it was. So he was the only one that had an issue. And then there's another guy my webmaster banned from coming because he did Team BJ with, I think, Sarah J and Siri, like for World Cup, like before that, like because our webmaster will like do these little things. And so one guy, instead of coming, I guess he thought he was coming and he actually just pissed on the girls. Uh-oh. And so he, like, you could tell it was pissed. So and the guy tried to do the Team BJ for us. He's like, no, you're not allowed to come. And the guy got all butthurt about it. So, yeah, he got a little angry. I'm like, peeing and coming are two separate things.
Very
but
separate.
Yeah, he said it was coming, but the webmaster's like, no, I have it on film. It was pee.
It's coming in a different way, I would say.
I know, so that was an interesting experience. I don't regret it. It was really fun, and we literally were able to film all the blowjobs, I think, within like 3 hours. So.
And how many blowjobs was this?
About 34 to 36 guys showed up. I have to look at the footage again. It's been years. And we each did about half. So, yeah.
All right, well, since we're talking about, you said that this is because the Patriots won the Super Bowl, right?
I know, I really went far off.
So, if the Raiders win the Super Bowl in 2025, we're bringing Carmen Valentina back to miltrip.com.
Fuck yeah.
Let's do it. So, let's go Raiders, right?
Yes!
All right, Carmen Valentina is rooting for the Raiders, finally.
Yes, I am. I just wish they had a little pop of color in their, colors.
Silver and black, will attack.
But
it's the way to go, though.
Even with Golden Knights, you have, like the gold and the purple and the black and,
Now, are you a Golden Knights fan?
Oh, I like golden. I like hockey. It's fun, especially when you see them like take off their like gloves and start punching each other.
Oh my God!
I love that. I love MMA and stuff. So
here's the thing. Mm-hmm. So I'm a pretty big hockey fan, and well, the thing is, since you had mentioned I'm from the Bay Area, I'm a pretty big Sharks fan. And I was with a Filipina chick. She'd never seen hockey in her whole entire life. Prior to a hockey game, she fell in love the first time she stepped into a hockey arena. It's nothing but action, right? So
action and Vegas, I would have to say, does it better though.
Exactly, right?
They got a whole fucking DJ, backup fucking dancers. Like instead of kids on the ice sweeping up whatever, they have like hot chicks in skirts sweeping up the ice. Like it's like a whole like vibe. And I've been to other hockey games like the Tampa Bay Rays. It's like boring compared to Vegas. Still fun to watch, but I was like, Vegas definitely puts that like extra oomph into their like.
But let me tell you this.
Games.
Out of all the sports, in America. If you want to see some real action, go to a hockey game.
Or UFC game.
UFC.
Yeah.
I mean, UFC is UFC. I mean, there's gonna be blood, right?
Yeah. But yeah, I do like the fast sports like that where they're just constantly like going, like what's going on? What's happening? So I like that.
So my most favorite sport is baseball. Ever since, for the longest time, baseball is my thing. So I do want to mention that
I don't know much
A's,
about baseball.
Well,
yeah.
The A's might be coming to Las Vegas. The Oakland Athletics. Jose Canseco is actually. Do you follow Jose Canseco? Please do. He's a very interesting
I have no idea
guy.
who that is. I don't know who that is.
So after this podcast episode, please follow Jose Canseco. He has a car wash here in Vegas. It's very interesting.
Okay.
I want to say he's drunk most of the time that he tweets.
He's
but
drunk
if you follow him, you'll be very. You'll find him very interesting. So he's probably one. Let's just say he's probably hit about 400 home runs in his career. I don't think he ever hit the 500 club.
Damn. Okay.
So let's just say he's a very good player. Although he was on the roids. And it's been confirmed. Anyways, he's a Vegas local. He's currently here in the Vegas area, and great player. I'm not gonna talk shit about him because he was on the roids, because it was part of the '90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, everyone was on that.
Everyone, yeah. Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire.
It's the '90s.
Yeah. So,
just like the '80s, wasn't it all Quaaludes and shit?
Yeah.
And,
so please follow.
There's always a drug trending during one of the decades.
Yeah, exactly. So Jose Canseco, I want to mention he was recently, about a couple days ago, he was recently inducted into the Hall of Fame for the Oakland Athletics. The reason I mentioned the Oakland Athletics is because they might be moving here to Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yeah, I have seen that in the local news.
That's good for Vegas. I'm not going to hate on the whole situation.
I like playing baseball or softball, but I don't like watching it. It's like golf.
I will say, it's a very
I would play
boring
it, but I
sport
wouldn't
if you don't
watch
appreciate
it. I wouldn't watch it. If I don't know much about it, I'm like, kind of bored.
It's very boring.
Yeah.
It's not your thing. But
yeah.
That's why
I don't know much about it. I don't know much about it.
That's why I say hockey is it's the total opposite. Like hockey, I remember bringing a Filipino wife, girlfriend, please forgive me, to a hockey game. And I said, I really hope there's a fight, because it's very common in hockey for a fight. And that's the real action right there. Please somebody fucking fight to show the real action of hockey. All these, majority of them are Canadians. They don't fuck around. So, if you don't mind, let's talk a little bit about your career in adult, Carmen.
Okay. Ask away.
The biggest question.
I'll pick up the biggest one just to change angles a little bit.
Ooh, okay.
Move this thing out of the way. Yeah, Jose Canseco has a car wash on Tropicana.
Yeah!
When you mentioned the car wash, I'm like, I've seen that on the local news segment.
You guys know about Jose Canseco, right?
I've seen them say some baseball guy owned a car wash. That's all I remember. That's all I remember.
But the thing is here, he tweets a lot. And he's always drunk. And he's a very follow him. He's a very interesting guy.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. Okay, and action.
All right. So the biggest question always, in any porn discussed podcast, how did you get into the industry, Carmen?
I was broken in college, and I was trying to find a job. And so I went to college in Florida, and then I was back during the summer in Vegas. And so I was scrolling through Craigslist, because I found normal jobs through there. I would not recommend that nowadays. But back then, I found a blackjack dealer job through Craigslist and a caricature artist job through Craigslist. So I was like, I'll just go through Craigslist again and see what I can find for a summer job. And then as I'm being a blackjack dealer, they trained me in everything, and then I'm doing the little party pit. It was popular back then. They don't really do party pits anymore. It's just hot girls wearing bikinis dealing blackjack. And so as I'm doing that, I'm trying to still find another job, because that one's very part-time. And so then I find this ad on Craigslist. It's for solo models, and it showed the pay. I'm like, ooh, I'm enticed now, because I've always wanted to do porn, but since high school, but I didn't know how to get into the industry or become a porn star, and none of my friends were in the industry or anything, so I see this ad. I'm like, well, I've always wanted to do it. I'm not like scared anymore or nervous. So I go and apply. They ask for pictures. I send them pictures. I email them, blah, blah, blah. They send like, okay, here's what we do, email. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I showed up, and then I was just so nervous. I go up, and my hands are shaking while knocking the door. And I'm like, oh, I'm all by myself. I don't know if it's a fucking serial killer inside the fucking house.
Yeah.
But it was a nice house in Vegas. It was a really big, like, kind of mansion-like house. So I was like, okay, if it's a serial killer, he has money. So I knock on the door, and then because back then I didn't even know you were supposed to ask for references, you know, like have you worked with so-and-so models? I was just doing everything. It was learn as I fucking went. And so I go in, and it was really normal. It was like a couple, and then they had a cameraman, and we did like 10 photo sets and like 3 solos. It was a lot for that day, but it was really fun. And once I did like the first solo, I was a little nervous, but then when I started like, you know, masturbating, I'm like, oh my God, this is like amazing. And then I just fell in love with it ever since then. And then they paid me my money. I'm like, ooh, this is a lot of money. I never got paid this much in one day. You know, normal jobs don't pay this much in a day. Yeah. And so I was like, what the fuck? I got to do more of this. And so I still went through Craigslist. I started just booking myself like a whole bunch of stuff from people posted. I did get scammed a couple of times, but I didn't know what I was doing, and that's on me. But like I said, it was learn as I go. But then after that did happen to me, I would warn other girls or whatever and blacklist them or block those people from ever talking to me ever again. But I did find Hustler. I got myself in Hustler magazine off of Craigslist. So it was like for like college girls or like an interview. So I did an interview and sent in photos, and then like got in the magazine. They sent me a check and a couple issues of the magazine after that back to me, and it was amazing. And then eventually I got an agent and went more pro, then booking shady stuff off the internet. So I had actual agents helping me. But yeah, I would recommend any new girls, just get an agent. Try not to do stuff yourself. And not all agents are the best, but it's better than doing it yourself when you have no clue what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah.
Or at least have a friend who's been in the business to help show you around. Yeah. So, because I had one where I got really screwed over when I first started. I was just like young and naive. And I found them on Craigslist, and they're like, oh, we're going to do like this like kind of gang bang shoot, and this would be the pay. So I'm like, cool. I show up to like this apartment. They film the whole scene, and then afterwards they're like, well, we're not going to pay you unless the owner picks the scene, and then you'll get paid your money. I'm like, what? So I didn't even get paid for that. Luckily, I never seen the scene out ever. Yeah, and then afterwards I get a text from one of the male talent, like, hey, I'll make sure the owner picks your scene so you can get paid if you come over and fuck me right now. And I was like, go fuck yourself. So I just blocked him, and then I never seen that scene ever touch the light of day on the internet, so I have no idea where it is, but they still screwed me over. And it was like, you know, 5 guys fucked me, and I was like, well, fuck these guys. So I was like, I'll never let that happen again. So I started like being smarter about it, and like learning, and then met other people, and they would start sharing their tips to me and telling me how to go about it the right way and stuff like that. So yeah, every time I see new girls, I'm like, get that fucking agent or have someone you trust help you. So
as our listeners know, many know, you have been featured on miltrip.com, correct?
Yes.
So I want to share why. The main reason is I know you would have eventually got shot or booked for miltrip.com, but the thing is, here's the thing. Years ago, my now boss, told me, you know what, go ahead and book a MILF and get a scene from miltrip.com. And I said, well, I was looking at the roster over at Cox Models, and I noticed Carmen Valentina. Well, here's the thing. I enjoyed your content, or I enjoyed a particular scene back in the days. Do you remember a scene where you were the stepmom and you were fucking your stepson behind the door? Dad was on business or whatever. Do you remember the scene I'm talking about? It was very viral.
That was for Team Ski. It was like my first scene for them too that I ever shot for Team Ski. It was in Miami, and then I fucked my stepson while the guy or the dad I was married to was an asshole and just didn't care about me, and so I needed to get my affection from someone, and it was like it was like a family vacation, so we're like, I don't know, I kind of forgot some of it, but it was a fun scene. Yeah, I like that one.
So yeah, I mean, I've always been a very big fan of MILFs. There's a reason why yourself. I also booked a scene with Melanie Hicks, Corey Chase. So I want to say, I mean, it's a pleasure to meet you today, Carmen. I mean, I've always loved MILFs, especially yourself, Melanie Hicks, Corey Chase. You know, so it's been a pleasure to meet you today. It's always been a pleasure to actually book you. So, again, that was a great scene, and you said it was for Team Skeet?
Yes.
So, do you remember the title of that scene? If any of our listeners are looking for
I forgot. I have to search my name on Pornhub. One of the tube sites. I forgot the title, but because like certain it'll be titled differently on different sites and stuff. So yeah.
So listeners, if you guys are listening, of course, obviously you are. Please check out Carmen Valentina Stepmom, and I'm sure that scene will pop up. It's a very hot scene. I mean, I've honestly have enjoyed it myself.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm glad my host could do that for you.
Oh, thank you for allowing me to enjoy your holes. So, now, for anyone that's looking to become a porn star or get into the porn industry, what advice do you have that you wish to share with them?
My advice would be start social media, because no one's going to book you if no one knows who you are. It's not like when I first started, social media wasn't as popular yet with all the stars. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Figure out what works for you. What works for other girls may not work for you. What works for you may not work for other girls. So just experiment and see what you like. Like there's other girls will do porn and then they go into fetish and realize they make way more money in fetish. They have more fans. They just like them better. And other fetish girls, they do more porn and realize they make more money that way than fetish or camming or anything else, or just being one of the solo girls on OnlyFans or shooting for companies. It's all different, but try everything and see what you like the most. Don't feel pressured by your agents to do something you don't want to do if you do get an agent. If you are new, I would recommend an agent. I wouldn't do any solo bookings. But learn how to say no. Don't be afraid if you say no that they're not going to book you again. You will get booked again. Don't let them walk all over you. They're just hoping they can just book you for whatever they want, even if it's something you don't like, because they want to make as much money off of you as they can. So you have to learn how to say no, and it's okay to say no. And you'll still get booked, and you'll still be popular. There's nothing wrong with that. So if you don't want to do a scene like anal, don't do anal. I haven't done anal in 15 years. I know how to tell people to fuck off and say no. There's nothing wrong with that, and I still get booked. So, but if you want to do anal, go do it. But don't feel pressured to do something you don't want to do, and don't sell yourself short. Don't be like, oh, I'm not popular as her, so my rate shouldn't be as high. But you also don't want to put your rate so high where no one can afford to book you. So you have to figure out that good rate for yourself. Don't let your ego get in the way when figuring out your rate for companies. Because some girls be like, well, I deserve this much. But then a lot of companies won't be able to afford it. So then you don't get booked as often. Then your ego is going to get hurt. Be like, why am I not getting booked? And then not realizing maybe you should lower your rate, but you don't want to because your ego is getting in the way. So you have to just learn to how are you going to handle your ego? And lastly, don't take anything from online to heart. There's always going to be trolls and guys who are just going to make mean comments when you search your videos because they're trying to be funny and impress other guys. They're still going to watch you and think you're hot, but I've had a guy on Pornhub call me she looks like an inflated pancake. I was just like, what? And so I screen capped that comment and then I photoshopped it on a top picture of pancakes and then I took a picture of myself and Photoshop myself on top of pancakes with the comment. So it was a way to troll that troll. And I thought it was hilarious because I'm like, what kind of insult is that? But there's always going to be assholes regardless, like trying to be funny, and their way of trying to be funny is being mean because they're just trying to impress other guys. And don't ever take that to heart. And if they are trying to be mean to you, block them. Some of them just want that attention from being mean from you. So in order to not give them what they want, don't respond back. You're giving them what they want, which is an argument online, so they can feel like funny or smarter than you. Just block them immediately. You don't need them. If they're not a paying fan who's going to be loyal and like talk to you and be nice, you don't need them at all as a fan, as a mean fan. Just block them. You'll find other fans way more appreciative of you regardless. So, yeah, that'd be like my advice to like new girls. Yeah.
All right, well, Carmen, thank you for sharing that. Again, I mean, I know what it's like to have haters online. You know, at the end of the day, they're not paying for our bills, but at the same time, they're bumping up our impressions. So, finally, I want to ask you, where can our listeners find you online on all social media platforms?
On Twitter, it's Club Carmen XXX. Instagram. Hold on, I'm trying to remember because I'm on my third Instagram account. I think it's Bootyful Carmen Valentina. So BOOT. How did I spell YFUL? I was trying to remember how I spelled it. I'm like, I forgot how I spelled my own usernames because I've been through so many on Instagram. Bootyful Carmen Valentina on Instagram. TikTok, it's Carmen's Booty. What other social media is there? Yeah, that's about the main three. So just those three. Reddit, it should just be Carmen Valentina. You can find me on Reddit too, but I don't update as often on there.
So, again, Carmen, I want to thank you for hanging out with TrikePatrol today. And again, don't forget to check out Carmen's epic exclusive scene at miltrip.com. And stay tuned for this epic Pinay Eats episode as Carmen Valentina enjoys some epic Filipino food here in Las Vegas, Nevada.
And hopefully you'll see me on another MILF Trip scene. Mwah.
Very good.
All right.
Cool.
Did I do okay, guys?
Yes.
I'm over here in the corner.